Hey everyone, can you hear me? Can you hear me loud and clear? And can you see me? Just type yes in the box if I'm seen. I don't want to talk to myself. All right, cool. Winter is winding down and we're getting ready for spring. Matter of fact, spring is this month, and we're getting ready for beach weather. So I know everyone is really hitting it hard with the diet and the workouts because we're gonna get ready for summer. And I have 10 tips to get ready for summer. And I see everyone around the gym, here and there, even clients, and I really don't have time to really share like I want to share because I don't have, an hour. I could just sit down with each person and we can talk and dialogue and, see what's up. So that's why I like these webinars. So I can just like focus on what's in my heart, the experience I've had with clients, the experience I've had personally. Also studies, after studying and some discoveries I've seen or some things I've discovered from studying, and I can share. So I got a little PowerPoint I would like to share. Let me pull it up right now. All right. So can you guys see the PowerPoint? Yes. Just type yes if you see the PowerPoint. Okay, cool. So, okay, so 10 tips to get fit by summertime. Okay, so weight training. Now, this probably go towards more women than men because women tend to shy away from the weights, especially the free weights. Men, not so much, but women think or believe that weights are not really that important for weight loss. Um, with them, and most people think if you just starve yourself and just do a ton of cardio, like elliptical and treadmill, everything will be work out just fine. Well, that's not necessarily the truth. That's old school thinking. And right now, okay, I'll go ahead and read this PowerPoint. So researchers at Tufts University found that when overweight women lift heavy weights at least twice a week, they lost an average of 14.6 pounds of fat and gained 1.4 pounds of muscle. When you when you do an intense training program, your metabolism stays elevated, and you can tend to burn fat after several hours after workout. Now, during regular cardio exercise, you stop burning fat shortly after the workout. So, after intense weight training or resistance training workout, you tend to burn fat much longer than cardio. So pretty much most of the day or the night or whatever, whenever you worked out, your body still continues to burn fat. Where cardio is, I think of cardio like this. Okay, strength training is to build muscle, also stimulate my metabolism. And I think a cardio is to cause a calorie deficit. So you can have a calorie deficit two different ways. It can be through activity or it can be through food. And it's best to have a balance of both. But I think of cardio, other than cardiovascular system, which cardio we all know is heart and lungs. For outside the health of heart and your lungs, cardiovascular system, it just stimulates a calorie deficit the way I see it. No more than that. No more than those two things. Cardio health, calorie deficit. But I do not look at it as like a weight loss thing to do. It's not. So weight training is very important. Keep the weight training in, especially intense weight training. All right, so let me go back. Okay, so Low carb is another one. Um, and when I mean low carb, it can be low carb or it can be keto. Now, low carb, I tend to tell people if you don't want to do keto, do low carb. So low carb diet allows small amounts of certain fruits, vegetables, whole grains. So you're thinking about 20 to 60 grams of carbohydrates is typical with a low carb diet, depending on muscle mass and activity. Now, um, 20 grams, far as women are concerned, is probably 20 to 30 is probably the sweet spot. And then when you get over to men, somewhere between maybe 40 to 60, 60 being the max. And I'm talking about pretty hefty men if you're doing the low carb. Me, low carb, I go between, well, heck, even some keto, even when I'm doing keto, I'm still, sometimes my carbs are still around 50, yeah, 40 to 50 grams. And I'm in ketosis at that time. And that's just from food. That's not eating intentional carbs. But the reason why you want to go low carb or keto is because you want to condition your body to not burn carbohydrates as a fuel source. So your body is going to burn two different fuel sources. It's going to be carbs or it's going to be fat. Now, when we think of fat, your body doesn't burn fat. It burns ketones. It would take the fat, send it to the liver convert it over to ketones to be used as fuel. So you use carbohydrates as fuel or sugars or ketones. Now, what do you want your body to do? Do you want to burn carbs or do you want to burn fat? Well, obviously you want to burn fat. So when you lower your carbs, your body will start to transition over and the cells start to transition over to just burning fat in place of carbs. So now it's just burning fat. When you lower your calories just a little bit, your calorie deficit, again, through food or cardio, then it taps into fat cells and it will burn fat that way. It's going to tap into storage because our fat on our body is just stored energy. That's all it is. So that's why you want to go into a low carb, because you want to try to get your body to rely more on fat burning than sugar or carbohydrates burning. So that's a good tip. Now, intermittent fasting, and the reason why I'm touching on these, low carb, keto, intermittent fasting, is because this is like the talk now. This is the trend. And it's like so many misconceptions out there between all three, and especially intermittent fasting. Now, intermittent fasting, for those of you who don't know, intermittent fasting or intermittent calorie restriction, it can be one either or, is an umbrella term for various diets that cycle between a period of fasting and non-fasting during a defined period. And defined period, we call it eating window. So eating window may be 6 hours, maybe 8 hours, maybe 4 hours. And that's your defined time. You know, it may be 2 o'clock in the afternoon to 8 o'clock in the evening. That all depends on the person, whatever you decide. Intermittent fasting may produce weight loss comparable to long-term calorie restriction. And this is a Wikipedia, straight out of Wikipedia term definition. So, and the reason why low carb or keto goes hand in hand is because, go back to what I was saying about getting your body conditioned to just burn fat instead of sugars or carbohydrates. Now, when you're, say you're eating windows from 2 to 8, okay, so when you finish your last meal at 8 o'clock at night, your body is not going to eat anything. It's in a fasted state from 8 all the way into 2 o'clock the next day. So it's going to use up all the food that you ate if you didn't overeat, and then it's going to start tapping into body fat. Now it has a long period to burn fat than if you ate like 6 meals a day. So you're giving it a longer period to rely on fat burning than necessarily what you eat. So that's why intermittent fasting is great. I've seen amazing things with intermittent fasting with people that's not even doing keto, just eating fast food. Honestly, they just, they ate sensibly. They didn't eat like crazy fast food, but but they did intermittent fasting with it and still lost weight. Was it the best look I've seen? No, they didn't look the best, but they lost weight. So intermittent fasting really does work. You might want to incorporate that into your regimen. Now, drinking water, this is overlooked like by so many people, but drinking water helps boost your metabolism. It cleans your body of waste and acts as appetite suppressant. Now, if you drink water probably 30 minutes before you eat your meal, like like maybe 16 ounces of water, maybe 8 ounces, of course it's going to fill your stomach up just a little. You're not going to be as hungry as you would be if you didn't have anything in your stomach. So drinking 16 ounces before each meal helps out a lot in suppressing appetite. Also, drinking more water helps your body stop retaining water. Now, what your body does, if you're not drinking enough water and your body says, hey, I'm always in a drought, I just don't get enough water. So whatever water it gets, it's going to hold on to it dear life because it doesn't know when the next drink is coming. It don't know if you're in a desert. It don't have a clue what you're doing. You might be emulating something like living in a desert when you're going all day long drinking, not drinking anything, or especially be drinking carbonated drinks like or caffeinated drinks like a lot of sodas and coffee. Well, caffeine is going to make you dehydrated. It's going to put you in a deficit even more of dehydration when you drink caffeine. So you have to drink even more water when you drink caffeine. Okay. So drinking water leads you to drop extra pounds of water weight because when you start drinking more water, your body will release the water it's holding on to, and it will start flushing water out because it knows water is plentiful. There's no need to hoard it. So it will let it go. So if you got water issues, water retention, problems, holding a lot of fluid, drink more water. All right, not eating enough. This is a big one. I had a client last year. She was a manager of a weight loss clinic, and the weight loss clinic, they drank, I don't know, some type of shakes or whatever. Well, anyway, they had a 500 calorie a day diet. Period. There was no fluctuation in calories. There was no cycling, anything like that. And when she came to me, she said she couldn't lose any more weight, and she still had a pretty good size on her. And I said, well, what are you doing? She says, well, I'm the manager of this weight loss clinic, and we drink shakes, and I'm only drinking 500 calories or taking in 500 calories in a day. How can I not be losing weight? Well, the problem is your metabolism slows down, and I'll read this PowerPoint. So your body's very intelligent, and if you restrict your body, if you restrict your food intake too drastically, your body will simply decrease its metabolic rate, so it's burning fewer calories. So that was her issue, and that was the issue of people that was a member of the clinic. They didn't eat enough calories, so therefore their metabolism slowed down to be on par with the calories that they're just taking in because the body has to survive. It says, well, I'm starving. So it's just like having, like in your house, well, if you're trying to conserve energy, well, if a room is not being used or if something's not being used, you shut the power off. So likewise, your body starts shutting everything down, slowing the metabolism down, so it uses less energy because it has to survive. So now you're in a pickle because you have metabolism of a turtle, and anything you eat is going to automatically make you gain weight. Now you eat 1,000 calories, which the average person with 1,000 calories that still lose weight will make them gain weight because their metabolism slowed down slow that it's ridiculous. So what I told her, go eat pizzas, go eat whatever you want, get your metabolism back going, and we're going to take it from there because it can wreck your thyroid as well. So I'm going with this PowerPoint. If you're not providing your body with the energy it needs to fuel your daily activities, then it will have to begin sourcing it from somewhere else, and it probably not from stored body fat. It's a lot easier for your body to begin breaking down your lean muscle mass so it can convert it to glucose and be burned as energy. Now, what I mean by that is when your body starts to go into a starvation mode, it's not going to burn fat, because most of the time in America, especially, our bodies is used to burning glucose or sugars or carbs. So the body doesn't know to get fat, even though it's a stored energy. It's going to get the muscle because it's so conditioned to burning carbs. And let me back up. What your body will do when it needs carbohydrates, it will turn excess protein over to carbohydrates. It's called gluconeogenesis. So if being your muscle is protein, and especially if you're not working out, it would take that muscle and convert it over to you to as carbohydrates to be used as fuel. So it's going to use your muscles first because it wants to burn carbs, the glucose, not your fat. So that's even another problem or a bigger problem. In other words, eat enough food, eat enough calories. All right. Not sleeping enough can cause weight gain. Even if you're on a good weight loss diet, but insulin is the only hormone affected by lack of sleep. Hunger is controlled by two other hormones that are affected by lack of sleep, leptin and ghrelin. And what that is going back to other clients working third shift jobs, and especially I had a couple of nurses and they worked at night, and it was very hard for them to lose weight because their sleep pattern was totally off, and sometimes they didn't sleep that much during the day. It was a mess. So when you don't sleep right and you don't have a good sleep schedule, what I mean like it's 7 hours. Some people can sleep 6, very few. Most people need at least 7 to 9. You're prone to gain weight. So that's a problem as well. Okay, consistency. We have a problem with this microwave society, and especially in America, where it is not consistent. It doesn't apply. Consistency doesn't just apply for frequency of workouts, but how consistently that you adhere to the workout format. Goals are reached by going after them on a daily basis, not occasionally when you may be thinking about it. So it's what you do day after day after day after day. It gets boring. Honestly, I really don't do a lot of different workouts. My workouts are so consistent. I do a push-pull leg workout, and I've been doing that probably for 3 years now without deviating from that format. Now, within that format, I change things up, instead of like dumbbell curls, I might do bar curls, I might do curls with the rope or something like that. But that format is pretty much consistent. Now, I may change it up, again in the future, but a lot of don't change. But within that format, I do change things up. But it's consistency. So what you do day after day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year, it's what makes you good, or what makes you lose weight, what makes everything work properly. All right, time. Time is why most people fail. Probably a lot. You could probably do something wrong, but if you give it enough time, you probably still have some results. But we give up just when a breakthrough is about to happen, and that's with life in general, but especially with working out. If we don't see it here and now, or we don't see it in 2 weeks or 3 weeks, we just totally give up and say, oh, it doesn't work. But we just didn't give it enough time. So time not only comes to time, but it makes yourself get that workout in. But also your goals but also that your goals need time to be achieved. The extra pounds didn't accumulate in a week. So don't give yourself a short timeline to lose it. Healthy weight loss takes time, and 1 to 2 pounds per week is an achievement. Now, if you're losing more than 1 to 2 pounds per week, then you're probably burning muscle mass. Unless, I'm not talking about the first 2 weeks or even the first month. It all depends how much weight you have to lose, because the first 2 weeks is guaranteed is water weight. So you can lose 20 pounds, 30 pounds sometimes in the first 2 weeks or 4 weeks. But that's not fat, that's water weight. When you get rid of the water weight and you start tapping into fat, it's going to be about an average of 1 to 2 pounds per week that you're losing healthy weight and you're losing fat. and not muscle. So give it time. I say 3 months minimum on consistent, like other PowerPoint consistency, but the time is 3, 6 months to a year. Stress management. If stress is eating at you, it makes it hard to get the workout. The to-do list looks daunting. You question your self-worth, and then whether you feed or starve or stress. This cycle is difficult to remove yourself from, but making time for you will aid exponentially to your success. Now, going back to clients too, most people stress eat, but I've had a few that stress not, I call stress not eat. So when they get stressed out, they really don't eat anything. They just starve themselves because they're all worked up and they're anxious and they really don't eat anything. And then as people on the other side of the spectrum, they eat a lot of food. And most of the time it's just comfort food. They get home at night and eat chocolates, they eat ice cream, they eat everything. And it's just feeding their anxiety and their stress. So meditation is a helpful tool to utilize for stress management. I meditate all the time. I meditate in the morning and I meditate at night before I go to bed. So I lay down an hour before I go to bed and I cut off all TV, all social media, and I focus on my breathing, my breaths, and I totally clear my mind and get ready for the day. I mean, I'm oversimplifying it, but that's pretty much what I do for the most part. All right. Accountability looks different for everyone. It may be a personal trainer, a workout log you fill out each day, a friend that is going to text you to work out each day. Finding what kind of accountability you need is a stepping stone to propel your weight loss. Remember, if you treat this as a need, you end up working for it much than a have to. Those who have to achieve tend to have a negative feel to them that makes you avoid it. So in other words, I need to work out every day. I need to eat right because my days are long and I want to fuel my body with healthy foods because I have to perform. I have to do this and I have to, get with clients, and I don't want to be dragging and feeling bad and feeling horrible. So it's a need for me. Working out is a need for me because I work out for longevity, not necessarily for how much muscle I gain, how good I want to look. I mean, that should be a byproduct, but it has to be a need, but not a have to. All right, resources and support. So things you can do to stay in the game, to not fall to the wayside, to be consistent throughout your whole life. You can hire a personal trainer. It can be me or any person. Research a personal trainer. Find a good one, because the certifications doesn't necessarily mean they're a great trainer. It just means they just got a certification. But honestly, I don't want to sound biased, but if they got a degree and they actually been at it for a while with some experience with quite a few clients, that'd be your best choice. But you can get a one-on-one trainer, online courses. I have an online course coming out soon in April. It's going to be on meditation, exercise, workouts, and a good keto diet, a low carb diet. And it's going to be on modules, and it's going to be a good online training source. And that'll be coming probably the 1st of April. You can do boot camps. We have boot camp at the gym. Jessica got a boot camp starting Monday. If you guys want to jump in, I suggest you do. It's going to be fun. Group fitness meaning, if you want to do your Zumba, yoga. I think everyone on the planet should do yoga. What else? Zumba Gold, anything like that. And you get with a group and y'all guys encourage one another, text each other. Hey, let's go work out today. Let's go hop in class. So that's another one too. We also had a Mommy Me class now with Beth. And for all you young moms out there, with toddlers, You know, hop in the mommy and me class, get a workout, and bond with your child. That'd be great. And then we have our, you know, traditional drop-in classes. That again is, you know, the Zumba and, you know, all the rest of that stuff, yoga. All right, cool. All right, guys. So, I always wanted to I just hear in on Facebook and on social media all the crazy stuff out there. You know, all the hearsays and the misconceptions and misunderstandings and the thing, you know, things I hear around the gym. And I take that and, you know, I research and I do things like this to try to share with y'all guys what I learned, and y'all can take it and apply it to your workout regimen. And yeah. So, any of you guys have any questions? Any concerns? Anything I said that, you know, was confusing? I can clarify. No? All clear? All right. I know it's clear to you. You're a dedicated soldier for sure. Yeah. So is everyone reaching their fitness goals? I mean, is anyone struggling with anything like, you know, plateaus, diet, trying to get to the gym, anything like that? Or is everything going as planned, which I hope it is? For me, I my life is just so busy now. I got so much going on with the course I just mentioned. I'm building an online course. I have that going on, gym stuff going on, and then clients. It's just so hard to stay focused like I need to. But I'm doing okay. Yep, I'm doing okay. Yeah. So, all right, guys. So, if you don't have any questions, again, I hope this helped you out, and I hope I was clear on things. All right, so I'm gonna let everyone go. It is getting late. It's 8:30. Pretty sure some of you may not have eaten yet, and I appreciate you joining in. Yeah, thank you, and thank y'all guys for you know, joining the webinar, and hope to have another one soon, maybe another couple of weeks. And as soon as I hear some more crazy stuff out there that I can clear up, or if you guys have a topic, let me know. If you see me at the gym, let me know. Facebook, let me know. However you want to let me know. Just, you know, I always love to talk about things. All right, I'm gonna let you go, and I'll see you guys around the gym or wherever I see you. You have a good night. Thanks for joining me, and I'll catch you later. Good night.